There were a few things that happened while I was in Bill Monroe's band that just set me back on my heels. When I first went to work for him, well, within the first year or so, we were sitting up in the middle of the night. He was playing solitaire, and I was sitting over on the couch, and I was working on some of the older banjo tunes. And one of them was somewhere around the area of 1958, somewhere like that. But I was trying to play Stoney Lonesome. And I looked at him and I said, "Mr. Bill, how'd you come to write that song?" And he looked back at me and he said, "Well, you know, I never wrote a song in my life." And it just struck me as really strange. But I asked him, I said, "What do you mean by that?" And he said, "Well, all that music's in the air around us all the time. I just happened to be the first one to pull it out." And it gave me a little bit of an insight into another character there that come to find out there were many of those characters in him. But I'm going to try to play that tune. This tune happened in the late 50s, and that was about the time the primal form of bluegrass had pretty much come and gone. With the exception of Kenny Baker and Bobby Hicks, Monroe had exhausted that pool of Southern musicians who could accompany him, you know, and who were based in the old-time Southern music. And there were just a lot of things that weren't happening good. The whole country music business was down because rock and roll was coming into place. Monroe had some heavy-duty personal problems during this time. That was the time that Ed Mayfield passed away on him. Just a lot of things happening. And some of the recordings from that era, one in particular that I listened to because it sounds like a banshee screaming to me, is Sally Joe, that Doug Kershaw wrote, that he's in there frailing on the guitar during the sessions. But Monroe, his voice is just, it has another quality to it that I never heard before. It was just, it would pierce the air. But anyhow, I'm going to try to play the tune that comes out of that era. You know, I was wondering about the violence in this tune, if that was part of what he was too, because the first part of it is a pretty violent deal. It's called Stoney Lonesome.